Namaste and welcome to Questiqa Politica, where policy meets perspective. I'm Dhruvi, and today we are decoding one of the biggest geopolitical shakeups of the year: Donald Trump's 2025 tariff wave that already sending people into frenzy. The global trade, the diplomacy, and economic alliances all are facing its ripple effects. In early August 2025, former US President Donald Trump, back in office since January, unveiled a sweeping set of tariffs impacting 69 countries. These included major players like India, China, the European Union, Brazil, Japan, and many others. The tariffs hit the key sectors ranging from energy and semiconductors to pharmaceuticals and consumer technology, with some duties climbing as high as 41%, while Trump framed the decision as a push for economic sovereignty and fair competition. Global observers view it as a strategic recalibration of US foreign policy through economic means. India has found itself in a particularly delicate position. One of the triggers for Washington's tariff focus on India is its continuous energy trade with Russia. Reports from Politico indicate that the US administration is increasingly uncomfortable with India's oil imports from Moscow, interpreting them as misaligned with American interests. India, however, maintains that energy diversification is driven purely by national security and economic needs, not by any geopolitical alignment. Beyond oil, US officials have also hinted at upcoming duties on Indian tech exports and pharmaceutical goods, although a detailed list is still under wraps. The global reaction has been mixed and strategic. Brazil, for instance, is accelerating its economic partnership with China as a counterbalance to Washington's trade pressure, with analysts noting a corresponding rise in President Lula's domestic popularity. South Korea, facing the threat of higher tariffs, managed to negotiate a compromise, accepting a 15% tariff in exchange for significant investment in the US market. Meanwhile, European leaders have convened to discuss coordinated response, but no formal countermeasures have been launched so far. What's striking here is that these tariffs are unlikely to be short-lived. According to a new projection, the effective average tariff rate could settle at around 22% and potentially remain in place well beyond Trump's current term. This suggests a larger trend. The use of tariffs is no longer just a temporary negotiating tool. It's becoming a permanent instrument of global power. What we are witnessing is a shift from classic globalization to what experts now call geoeconomics. This is a world where nations deploy economic tools, tariffs, sanctions, and trade restrictions, not just for economic outcomes but as levers to achieve geopolitical goals. For years, globalization emphasized efficiency, cooperation, and open markets. But in today's landscape, national security, technological control, and the supply chain autonomy are taking center stage. This means companies, investors, and even consumers will be impacted as cost of goods rises, supply chains are redrawn, and trade patterns evolve. For India, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. One possible response is diplomatic, seeking exemptions from specific tariffs through high-level engagement with Washington. At the same time, India can further ramp up domestic manufacturing under the Make in India framework to shield itself from global economic shocks. Diversifying trade partnerships, especially with EU, Asian, and African markets, would provide greater economic flexibility. Most importantly, India must continue to walk a careful tightrope in foreign policy. The eyes are now on the upcoming SCO summit in China, where Prime Minister Modi and President Trump may meet face to face. Trade, energy, and regional security will undoubtedly be on the agenda. The outcome of those discussions could shape the next phase of India and US relations. To sum up, Trump's 2025 tariffs are more than just economic measures. They are a signal that the rules of global engagement are changing. Trade, is no longer separate from politics, it is politics. Thank you for tuning in to Questiqa Politica.